tonight's cover story, music and the mind. Neuroscientists have linked music, emotion, and memory to one part of the brain.
A one-of-a-kind choir in Illinois is using that research to stimulate memories in people with early to mid-stage dementia. WGN's Mike Lowe shows us how the Good Memories Choir is delivering unforgettable performances.
Sean, I've got you there, right next to Amy.
On an afternoon at Chicago's Fourth Presbyterian Church, music helps clear the fog. As the Sounds Good Choir rings clear.
So we say that we're for adults age 55 and better.
This is a group of seniors singing to stay sharp.
The Sounds Good choirs really are the penny of prevention.
But elsewhere in the building,
Thank you for coming. Enjoy the concert. The Good Memories Choir is kind of the pound of cure.
music is a form of medicine.
We are the Good Memories Choir for people with early stage dementia.
With their scarves around their necks and their hearts on their sleeves,
Oh, what a beautiful morning.
and under the direction of Jonathan Miller, this group travels from the distance of dementia to the presence of the moment. Former physics professor Howard Goldberg's once vivid memory
Howard, when did you join the choir?
is fading.
Today?
Just this year.
What?
This year, honey.
I joined the choir this year?
Yes, you did.
I joined the choir this year.
Even simple questions create confusion.
When you come here, what do you do?
I don't know. I mean, you're asking me questions I just can't deal with. I don't know what I do with the choir here. Natalie, what do I do with the choir here?
Well, you come in and you sing. Yes, the mention.
Sing, but what the best? I don't know.
But the power of music to reclaim memories was on display during our interview when his caretaker made a suggestion to sing.
What about Take Me Out to the Ball Game?
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back, so it's root for the home team.
Music memory is the last thing that goes.
Bob Horner is a choir board member. Good Memories is the only choir in Illinois for people experiencing dementia and Alzheimer's disease.
You know, there's been lots of research about how singing in a choir is good for your cognitive health. It's good for your socialization.
Accompanied by a professional pianist, the choir sings 6 to 8 songs that are familiar, deeply ingrained in the American memory. Songs like God Bless America,
God bless America, America, my...
and Take Me Out to the Ball Game. The singers are assisted by caregivers and volunteers.
I realized what an extraordinary sense of community the choir created for just people who are just over 65 and wanted something to be involved with.
That 30 to 45 minutes of singing is really magic. And after that, you really can't tell that anyone, that those people have memory loss because the brain is re-engaged. It's incredible. It happens all the time, every week.
Among the 40 people in the choir is Regan Burke.
I could feel that myself slipping in some ways.
The 78-year-old says she was worried when she found herself missing social cues, feeling forgetful, and having trouble making connections, or as she puts it,
the way I tell it now is that I missed the joke. You know, I couldn't grasp the punchline.
but she found a way to protect her mind.
When the Good Memories Choir came up, I thought,
with music.
This is exactly what I need.
I need you. You need me. When you're singing, I love you. I need you to survive. I pray. Someone else is listening, providing the choir with a sense of purpose.
They get to have that glorious moment of witnessing how music impacts people.
Miller and his wife Sandy Siegel Miller co-founded the choir in 2018.
It is amazing what happens when people with dementia start to sing. Singing music is stored in so many parts of the brain that when we sing, it activates parts of the brain that have not yet been affected by dementia. So people act and look and feel like people who are cognitively healthy, at least for a time.
It's a place where people feel comfortable because there are no rules. You don't have to know singing. You don't have to know the song.
I'm walking my baby back home.
One song they all know is the finale at every concert, the old Roy Rogers cowboy theme, Happy Trails.
Happy trails to you.
And in the fog of dementia, it's important to remember, joy is not a cognitive state, it's a feeling.
Happy trails to you.
The journey along that happy trail is the destination.
We're all about the joy. I really feel like, why show up if we're not going to have a fabulous time?
In Chicago,
take a bow, singers, take a bow.
Mike Lowe, WGN News.